Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. This particular video I show you exactly how I drafted, cut and sew this lovely stylish pencil skirts. So if you're interested, please do wait to stick with me to the end of the video, and don't forget to check out my other videos guys. Please, if it's your first time in my channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell. I also want to use this opportunity to thank you all my returning subscribers. Alright guys, let's get straight into the video proper. These are the measurements I'm going to be using for this video. And here is my fabric. It's a normal crepe fabric. It's a little bit rumpled and I just went on to use it that way. So guys, just bear with me. I actually kind of was out of light when I started drafting this, so I just have to keep going because I don't want it to delay anymore. But then along the line I'm still going to iron this fabric to stretch it. Okay, so it won't always be like this. So I've marked my headline, and this is my for my waistline. Now I'm coming down by 8 inch to get my hip line. So 8 inch works very well for hip line measurements. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is (24 inch), which is the length of the skirt. So this particular 24 inch is including my waistband. I'm still going to remove my waistband from this, so including it. So 24 inch including my waistband. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, so as you can see, is to apply my measurements. My waist measurement divided by 4, I've applied it. And then hip divided, I'm going to add extra 2 inch for the joining allowance. This is the front side, remember, so I'm not adding any darts to this front. I'm going to be adding that on the design on top, or that is the design on top of the skirt. That's or that second layer of the skirt. So I've divided my hip by 4 and added my 2 inch joining allowance. Then coming down to the downside, I'm going to deduct 2.5 inch. I'm going to deduct 2.5 inch from what is on the down. So let's say I'm taking the exact measurement I have on my hip. So like if I decide to bring, okay, I'll bring the exact measurement I have on my hip down. Okay, so my hip measurement is 10. So I decided to remove 2.5. So what I'm using there is 6 inch, right? The 8 inch. Okay, so that is what I mean. So I'm taking my exact hip measurement and I'm deducting 2.5 from it. So that is to get the pencil. So that is exactly what you see me do. Okay, so that is to get the pencil. As you can see, I've gotten the pencil. So you can use 2 inch. Okay, depending on how pencil you want it to be. If you want it to really be very pencil, 2.5 to help it have a very better shape. So I'm going to come down by extra 2.5 for my hemming allowance. Okay, so that is for my hemming allowance and also for the joining for the waist parts. So this particular line, I've gone on to extend this particular line I have here. So I've extended it down to the hemming allowance also. So I'll just extend it properly. So guys, please just pay close attention to this. So this particular drafting is very easy, but if you don't really understand it, you might get confused. Okay, so don't forget what I said on the hem. That is the down part is for you to take your hip measurement and subtract 2.5 from it, or 2 inch, depending on how much pencil you want it to be. Okay, if you want your pencil to just be a little pencil, you can use 2 inch or 1.5. So now I'm going to cut my back. So for the back, as you can see, I'm retracing the lines of the 2.5 for the hemming allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do to get my back slit is I'm just going to move up. That is overlap slit, okay? I'm just going to move up from the point of the 2.5. So taking note that I still have 2.5 there, I'm going to move up by 8.5. Okay, so I'm going to move up by 8.5 so that when I hem it by 2.5, I'll be left with 6 inch. Meanwhile, the wideness I use for the upper part is 3.5. That is including my dart and zip allowance. And then for the down, I use 3 inch. Okay, so I just 3 inch is what I use as wideness. So I'm just going to stitch all the way and then curve it. Okay, just as you see me do. But that is after I finish taking in my dart. So I added that for the back, and so this particular point now is my dart point, that is 7 inch. So guys, I've equally gone on to fold another fabric for the front. As you can see already, this is a folded fabric. Okay, so I placed it all the way, and then I'm just taking in 1 inch, that is half inch that allowance for this front. This front is for the upper part of the front. Remember, the upper part, the front side has a design on top, so that upper layer is what I want to cut out now. So I'm going to move out by extra 2.5. okay, I'm going to move now by extra 2.5. Sorry, 2.5. I'm going to move up by extra 2.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect it. So this 2.5 is to have that extended look on the front. Okay, so now I'm just going to go on and cut it out. So don't forget, I already added half inch on the side for my darts. So because the darts I'm going to be I just need just 1 inch for just one side dart. I'm not, the second dart is for the button. So I've opened it up after this, and then I have my normal 2 inch hemming allowance. I'm going to I came out by extra 2 inch and I came down by 8 inch, as you can see now. So on the side I came out 3 inch. So I came out this way in order for me to get the slant I'm going to use. So here I'm equally taking out my 2 inch hemming allowance for the skirt, and I'm going to move out by 6 inch. So this, okay, 2 inch, I'm just going to connect this casually. Okay, so I'm just going to use my ruler and curve it to meet this particular point. Okay guys, so as you can see that it's meeting now. The next thing I will do is just to bring out half inch for my allowance from it. So I'm just going to remark the 2 inch for this and connect it back so that it will be okay. Okay, so I'm just going to connect it. This 2 inch joining allowance on both sides are for the side seam. That is for the side allowance. Please take note of that. That we already have it on the front. I'm just remarking it here so that I will not be confused. So this is it, and this is my dart. So remember, I told you that the dart is just going to be one-sided dart because the second side is going to be for the bottom. So this is the front of my skirt, and this is it after we finish cutting it out and then adding our half inch. So this is the outcome. You can see how nice it looks already. So we are just going to go on now and start stitching. So you can see how easy. I'm going to cut double of this particular upper layer. Okay, I'm going to cut another of it, so I'm going to use it to turn it. All right, so guys, I have my fabric, I have everything I've cut out here. As you can see, the ones that I'm here to iron. Okay, so because along the line never brought the light, so I have to go on and do ironing for some. I've not yet ironed for the other. So this is my band. This is my buttonhole I'm going to be using for this. So guys, I have my the double here. I'm just going to go ahead and sew the dart and then stitch this side of the half inch to turn it, and equally stitch it down and then stitch half on the side too. I'm not sewing the exact full 2 inch, just half. So guys, after doing that, if you finish doing that now, the next thing you do is to place it exactly on the fabric. That is the front, and then join it together. Okay, so that is what I'm just going to do right now. So guys, I'm through with that. You can see exactly this is my dart, and I've been able to turn it after I stitched. I've even ironed here to later. I'm going to stitch it all the way to stitch down the hem. You can see exactly how I sewed this side. I didn't fold it in, I just sewed it out. This is the only side. Is the other side of the slant is the only side I folded in. Just please take note of that. So this is my back. I'm going to be working on it. So right now I came out by I moved I took 3 inch and then moved out by 1 inch. That is to get my dart for the back. So I finished sewing my dart, and equally I've sewed straight line all the way for my zipper, and then just curve it the way we are supposed to slant it for the overlap. So this overlap, there are different ways to do overlap. This one is one method, one kind of curve. This is a straight line method of overlap. Okay, I'm going to sew on top of this place. As you can see, once I stitch straight, I'm not stitching it straight down, just straight forward, and then the whole overlap will just be clear. So guys, as you can see, my skirt, the front is already ready. It's just to do some coupling and joining. So I'm going to place it together with the back now and join it on the sides. So that is, join it with the 2 inch seam allowances on the sides. Okay, please, in case you don't understand what I'm saying, just do well to look at the actions. Okay, I believe you understand from there. So this is a very simple tutorial. All you need to do is just pay close attention. You understand. Okay, if you don't understand, you can still replay it again. So I'm just pinning it down because it will help me to sew whatever I want to sew effectively. So I'm pinning it down. I don't want it to have mistakes. So I'm just going to go ahead now and sew it all the way down. Okay, so guys, this is my band. I'm going to go ahead now and prepare my band. Remember, I told you my band is not very long because my fabric I got finished, so I have to manage what I have. I'm just going to stitch this into two so that I'll get a long band. So I'm just, after doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and attach it. Okay guys, so I've done the stitching for this slit. You can see how nice it looks, very nice and neat. Then this is the front. I've attached the band already. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to add my zip. Okay, so our skirt is almost ready. This is a very nice office skirt in case you want to be working it to office. Okay, so this is a very nice office skirt. You can make for yourself, you can make for your clients. So I don't have short zips. Okay, so I just have to make use of the long one I have in order to save time. before I can't just go and start getting a new one again. So I just have to manage this one, though it pained me because it's kind of is a big zip for mostly gowns. So I just have to use it that way in order to save time. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure everything I have, make sure that all my measurements are accurate for my waist, because when sewing skirts like this, you have to be careful about your waist so that everything will come out perfect. You don't want your waist to be too loose or too tight. Okay, so guys, after that I'm going to attach my pin, my button holes, that is my button, to this side. I'm just going to attach my buttons, making sure that I stretch it properly so that when I wear it, it will lap well. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin this down now. So guys, if you know you are enjoying the video, the tutorial so far, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates. Okay, so if you know you are deeply enjoying this, you want to see more, please don't forget to check out our other videos. So you can see already our skirt is already looking ready made fully. So like I said, this is a very nice office wear. You can wear it to the office, you know, so do whatever you want to do. So guys, I've already attached my button. So how I will do now, I've added my zip. So I didn't want to use invisible zip for this. Most times I like using strong zips, like open zips like this, because of most times they are stronger, like they last longer than invisible zip. Okay, invisible zip is nice, but sometimes it just spoils. Okay, I hope I'm not the only one on that play on that road or that angle. So I tend to enjoy using this open zip. This people call it open and close. So okay, so as you can see, I've done that, and the next thing I'm going to do is to take it to the machine to get my buttonholes. Okay, and I don't have a buttonhole machine, so I'm going to be taking it out. So thank you so much for watching this lovely video. We'll see you in my next video. Bye.